Well, bless you, bless you, bless you. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be exceedingly glad. Of course, this is the voice of yours truly, the Reverend Andre Cook, Senior Minister, Teacher, Pastor of the Life Chapel, one church, multiple locations, Newburgh, New York, located at 346 letter A Washington Street, also downstate New York, in the borough of Queens, Hollis, Queens, New York, the home of the charge service, as well as the headquarters of the Kingdom Life Fellowship of Churches. Yours truly, overseer. We're located at 182-25 Jamaica Avenue. That's Hollis, Queens, New York. And of course, coming to you also from the virtual campus, where those who are members of the E-Church of the Life Chapel. I am yours truly, the prophet, most considered to be among the most trusted voices in prophecy today. Hey, right there on the screen, don't forget, you got to join us as the revival continues, prayer revival and word empowerment. And we've kind of transitioned 12 at 12, 12 at 12. That's right, 12 minutes of prayer at 12 midnight. But this is the elongated edition as the revival continues, 12 a.m. to 12:30. And we are talking. Oh my God, are we getting into something? The Lord has blessed us. I think that you need to be a part of it. It's going to bless you. Hey, don't miss the opportunity to be blessed. So you ought to join us on tonight. You ought to join us on tonight. Well, listen, hey, get ready. Something good is getting ready to happen to you. I left that up there because there is the information, 605-313-5166, 605-313-5166. Access code is 801-919-pound. You can join in at any given time. If you cannot view us live here on Facebook, you can join us via the conference call telephone number that is the Change Your Day, Change Your Life Empowerment Conference Call telephone. So join us. Either way, you're going to be blessed. All right. I'm coming in just a second. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. All right. Hey, blessings to you, blessings to you, blessings to you. This is a cost today that the Lord has made. Who has joined me? All right. God bless you. Who's here? Have you done what I've asked you to do? Tag, like, and share. Tag, like, and share. Tag, like, and share. Start a watch party. All right. Don't forget, you can join me Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday. Wednesday, Thursdays, and Friday, right here. All right, lunch, learn, word, empowerment, and prayer. Dora, blessings. Donna, blessings. Deborah, blessings. Nadine, blessings. Eleanor has come in. Jamie Lynn McCoy, blessings. Deborah, Abigail, Pauline, Antigua. All right, Antigua, watch out. March is approaching. Pauline, get the crew together. I am coming to Antigua, March 2021. The Lord says the same, and there are no difficulties or impending hindrances, that which will hinder me. What is going on with this tongue? All right. Hey, Evangelist Monica Davis. All right. Hey, Daphne. All right. God bless you. Regina Christian. Elder Bessie. Love you, Godmother. All right. And Donna. Who else? All right. Elder Epps. Kristen. Sheila. Regina. Okay. Come on. Have you shared? Share. Tag, like, share. Come on. Let's do this. Who else? There are those who are on the conference call, Mother Furlow, Kay Trollinger, Emma, others whose numbers just appear, no names, bless you. All right, again, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. Hey, Lynn, don't tell me I'm putting together a team. And Lynn, you might want to consider being a part of my Antigua Charge Encounter team. I'm serious about that. The Lord gave it to me pre-COVID-19, and I was to take the annual Charge Encounter that's usually held in the month of May to Antigua. And so, hey, Think about it, Lynn. I would love to have you be a part. All right. Hey, come on, tag, like, and share. I'm getting ready to share some truths with you. This is the beginning. All of next week, I'm going to shift. We're going to continue to talk about good success, but I'm going to begin to talk as we're approaching that traditional day of celebration of love and romance. Valentine's Day, I'm going to be talking to you about success in love. What does love have to do with it? Absolutely nothing. We're going to examine that subject. There's a thin line between love and hate. Ooh, my God, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week, it's going to get, let's see. All right. Love Jones. We're going to have conversation next week, and it's all still going to find itself under the heading of this subject of good success. It's God's will that you have good success. Good success is his success. Because if you take the letter O, one of the letters O out of the word success, you have God's success. So God desires for you to succeed. Hey, I see others have come in. Latoya, blessings to you. Hey, my friend, my sister, the elder Andrea Johnson, bless you. Jefferson, what am I talking about? Love you. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in some time. All right. Hey, Cassandra, you have graced us with your presence. Y'all, hold on. Let me fall out. Let me get on the power of God has just hit my shut down. All right. Hey, Evangelist Monica Jones, interesting subject matter. Love Jones. What does love have to do with it? Absolutely nothing. Those are just two of the subject matters I'm going to cover on next week. Also, what's love got to do with it? Nothing. Then I'm going to look at the subject of a thin line between love and hate. And then, of course, Love Jones. My God. I believe the elder Davis, Mark, and Monica, I believe you were with me last night. And my God, this early morning, what a word. These persons who were not with us at 12 a.m. need to go back and review the conversation. It took a turn and a shift, and a major discussion was had on the subject of love. Hey, Tessa, there you go, Tessa, where you be? Tessa, where you be? Good afternoon. Looking forward to being with y'all in March. You know, I was with you last March, and so I'm coming back around the same time. I'm working that out to be there the same week I was last year. But this time, we're not going to just break bread around the table. We're going to spend some time together in a prophetic experience. We're going to spend some time together, Tessa. So get the word out for me. Tessa. I'm holding you and Pauline to it. You're my on-site, my on-the-ground Antigua team. So appreciate you. All right, great. Okay, so let's get to work, Tessa. You got some work to do. All right, we've got to boom. I'm coming, and I'm coming in a major way. Looking forward to it. All right, so hey, let's get Elder Mark Davis. I must concur with you. My God, the Lord dropped some truths and some on us on last night, and I encourage every one of these who did not get a chance. Do it. Go back and view the midnight. It was tremendous. All right, so we want to talk about the hindrances and obstacles to success. For the believer, remember that the simplest definition for success is knowing and obtaining God's goals for your life. And remember, a successful life is a happy life. Success is not merely getting what you want, but wanting what you got after you get it. And let's not forget, real success is not a destination. It remains a journey. It's a movement. It is the joy created by progress. Success is not a city where you arrive tomorrow. It is the enjoyment of today, the now. Remember, real success is keeping the schedule God has for you and his assignment for your life. So you may be at Letter C, enjoy the experience as you're moving through the various stages. Don't try to move from the letter B to the letter T, and you have not acquired the movement of progressive success. What God has for you is progressively being revealed, not only progressively being revealed, but progressively being worked out, worked through. All right? Are you listening to me? Donna, thank you for the vote of confidence. All right? So remember that. All right. Success is achieving the goals that God presently has for you. So this will help you stay on what I describe as God's success of schedule, God's schedule for success. All right. So don't get frustrated because you're not where you envision, because that may be for a time beyond the moment. Embrace the moment because the moment is preparing you for the next. But this moment requires that you are successful or you achieve, not only accomplish something, but accomplish the education, the experience, the insight that is going to aid you for where you're going. Are you listening? All right. So calm down, take a breath. Do not. I should have took off one of these layers. Please forgive me. I love a hoodie or some type of sweater, and I'm doing something that I think that is terrible. I am sweating on camera between these lights, and then this hoodie and this turtleneck, and then I have a turtleneck underneath. I am burning up. All right, so calm down. Come on, put it in the comments. Me. Just say me, period. Calm down. All right? You're going to get there. You're going to get there. That's right, Regina, because if you're going to succeed, you must be as cool as ice. Cool as ice. Cool as ice. And the acronym for ICE is integral, committed, and where there's commitment, there's dedication, but there's also patience. And then also excellence. All right, come on, put it in there. Thank you, Janice. Come on, Regina says, shell out. All right, Janice says, me, calm down. Thank you. All right, Adora, calm down. Elder Davis, my man, calm down. Doreen, where you be? Apostle Young, me, calm down. Come on. Abbreviated, me, calm down. Lynn, you know me. It is what it is. Hey, one of my favorites of viewing. You gotta follow her on her page. Chew and chat. Chat and chew. The truth she be dropping. Hey, Tempest. Tempest is saying calm down. Crystal is saying calm down. Come on, you gotta get. Listen, it is okay to talk to yourself. Hey, just don't talk back to yourself. But every now and then, you got to tell yourself, hey, me, calm down. Hey, Nikendra. All right. Wow, Donna, I love that. I'm so glad my success don't have to look like anyone else. We talked about that on yesterday. Thank you, Donna. All right, so let's deal with the first of several obstacles to success. Are you ready? The first is, and put it, and I need you to work with me, Felicia. The first is an unteachable spirit. An unteachable spirit is the first obstacle to success. Remember what I said earlier, just moments ago. Don't try to move from letter B to letter T, because on God's schedule for your success, he's brought you from letter B to letter C. Because even though you may not accomplish what you envision, the letter C is part of the steps, the progressive steps that's moving you to the ultimate. But remember, success is not a destination, it's a journey. So along this path at station letter C, There is what you're going to acquire, not only academically, but you're going to be educated by experience and truths, deposits, mentored, divine connections. All of that is necessary. But if you close to teaching, then it is unlikely you're going to succeed. An unteachable spirit is unwilling to change. And hey, if you're going to succeed at life, one of your constant companions is change. Please put that in a comment, either Tiffany or Felicia, one of you put that there. I need you to keep up with me. You're doing an awesome job, Felicia. I appreciate you. And I usually work with you, but I need your help today. Listen to me. A constant companion of success is change, adaptability, flexibility. Change is the one constant thing in life. See, you have changed between letter B to letter C. Much of what hinders or has hindered us in growth as organizations and assembly is the inability to stay up with the curve or to be ahead of the curve because we're unteachable. We get stuck in dogma, stuck in tradition, stuck in what worked in previous times. Unwilling to change. And the term change is defined as to be altered, modified, to be made different. So if you're unwilling to change, come on, hey, if you're unwilling to change, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. It's as simple as that. And see, oftentimes, many of you, the only reason that you're unwilling to change due to an unteachable spirit is because you are succumbing to being defeated spiritually. You need to join me at midnight as I'm talking about spiritual warfare, knowing who your enemy is. All right. So write this down, put it in the comment. Growing means change. Listen to what Hosea 4:6 says. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Proverbs 1:5 says a wise man will hear and will increase learning. Also, if thou criest after knowledge, if thou seekest her as silver and searcheth for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. That's Proverbs chapter number 2, verse 3, 4, 5. It has been said that there are two sources of knowledge. Knowledge, the acquisition of information and comprehension. There are two sources of knowledge. First, wisdom, which means learning from the mistake of others. Then also experience, learning from your own mistakes. All right. Again, there are two sources of knowledge. Knowledge being the acquisition of information and comprehension, information for the sake of application. All right. There are two sources of knowledge. Wisdom, which is to learn from the mistakes of others, and experience, learning from your own mistakes. Uncommon men and women of success and impact are sharing with us their expertise of faith and financial increase and the power of God. All right. Let me say this to you, and I'm going to move on to obstacle number 2. I think I have time to deal with that. All right. God has placed seeds of greatness in you at birth. So again, time doesn't permit me to revisit the subject that you were conceived and harnessed, hotwired for greatness and success. But you must decide what you're going to be. Are you going to be the harvest of the seeds of greatness in you? Or are you going to continue to succeed Because if you can have good success, as God commanded Joshua, you can also have bad success. The word success means to achieve something, to accomplish something, planned, purpose, desired, aspired, hoped for. Best one word to define success is accomplished. So you can accomplish failing and still be successful, but just not a good success. So even failures are successful, but their success is bad success because it's not moving them towards their greatness. It's moving them away from greatness. It's minimizing. All right. So may I encourage you right here at noon to invest in yourself and your success through these moments of teaching and revelation, because it's going to feed the seed of greatness in you. Come on, Pat. Receive it. Don't just say, I am. Pat, I want to see you in the comments. You're claiming greatness, so now you have it. So now say, I am great. That's your affirmation. I am great. You summons the earth, the atmosphere, the angels. You summon resources to make available opportunities for the manifestation of your expectation. Your expectations is your affirmation. I am great. You know, I said this earlier to one of my sons prior to coming on. I just shared with him and said, you're doing a great work. You're doing a great work. You're building great. You're doing a great work. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Say it, Pat. Tell yourself, I am great. And I'm telling you, those words are creative. And for those who don't believe it's biblical, death and life lies in the power of the tongue. They will eat the fruit thereof, those who love it. You are what you eat. And what you eat is not just the word of God. What you eat is also what you say to yourself about yourself. So if you're still saying, I'm going to be, you're not. You have to say it from the place I am. God says, I am. He doesn't say, I am. He doesn't say, I will become. No, I am your God. I am great. I am the good shepherd. I am the great shepherd. God always speaks of himself in the present tense, because from the present tense, he summons the presence of the present ability. Oh, gotta let you go. Oh my God, 2 minutes ago. All right. So we're gonna an unteachable spirit is the cause for many to fail at being successful, experiencing good success. All right. Now, hey, what am I telling you? I'm telling you that God would have nothing less from you than you to be his good success in the earth. What does that look like? Accomplished. What does that look like spiritually? Light, salt. The commanding presence of a city that sits upon a hill that cannot be hid. A candle on a candlestick that provides comfort, encouragement, answering the call of the Father. Let your light so shine. Let your accomplishments of being salt and light, being the commanding presence, walking advertisement board, the neon lights of his favor in the earth. Commanding presence. Be as warmth. When you're in the presence of others, you're the warmth of God. You're the light dispelling darkness. You're salt that not only flavors but preserves lives. You're the commanding presence. My God, ooh, look at that! Look at that city. My God, upon the hill. I need to go up there and investigate to see what's up there. People don't want to investigate your life because from a distance, You have called them to come and see what the Lord has done for me, and what he's done for me, he will do for you. He has made me good success, and I refuse to be anything less. All right? That's a good word. Let your light. Listen, hey, especially for those who are expecting, maybe even unexpecting a gift from you for the day of love, celebration of love, Valentine's Day, Sunday the 14th. Maybe you need to go out and get you a few the dollar glasses from the dollar store, sunshades, and hand out a few sunshades as gifts to those who claim to love you but want you to dim your light. There's some folk expecting you to dim your light to accommodate their insecurities and their lack of ability to accommodate their unteachable spirit, their inflexibility. This is not that season. This is the season for your breakthrough. Your breakthrough. You're breaking through for executing the purpose of God. You're breaking through for the purpose of executing for the purpose of having great impact. Hey, got to go. Father, in Jesus' name, may this word have fallen on great and good ground, the hearts of these your people. I command it to have been so. I thank you that they're receiving this word, that they are great, and not only great, but they are to experience and to manifest good success. Thank you that you're revealing to us the areas of obstacles within us, and the influence of those obstacles around us that are making us unteachable, or that which is trying to move us ahead of time and missing the moment of satisfaction of the moment, as well as the endowment, the empowerment of the moment, the impartation of the moment, the teachings of the moment, that's going to add to the foundation of the seed of greatness that's in us, so that we will be successful in the future. Save the unsaved, our God. Backsliders be reconciled. All who are infirm, disease afflicted, suffering from all manners of sicknesses, diseases, unclean spirits, may they be healed, delivered, and set free. Raise Tracy Bonds from the surgical procedure. Thank you for keeping her through it, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and have your way. Bless us over the course of this weekend as we will gather via the virtual campus and sanctuaries, and then for those who are venturing out and joining the in-person worship services, be with us. Your hand be on us. And you be glorified in Jesus' name. Hey, I'm about a minute or two. All right, overtime here. This is what I need you to do. 2 things, and then I'm releasing you. Hey, 2 things I want you to do. I want you to make a commitment to join me tonight. That's the first thing. Join me tonight. I'm going to be revisiting what I was sharing on, and what kind of jump-started I was sharing on the subject of spiritual warfare. And I believe I was hitting on the points of the enemy, the predictions of the season of satanic attacks. I was revealing to them when Satan attacks you, and sharing with the people how you can predict that you're getting ready to, or you're in a moment of satanic attack. But it led to the conversation of Adam and Eve, and the divine purpose of their existence was God's purpose, and ultimately to bring him pleasure. But in the midst of it, I began to talk about commitment and love and relationship and truths, and about one area, how to know, because that's going to be one of the discussions before the end of February. It's going to be on a Tuesday night. I'm doing a roundtable with a discussion. How do you know if he or she is right for you, or the right one? And I really like to discuss if he or she is the right one for you, because there are many out there that can prove to be right for you. We're in a globe, while many are looking for that, I'm looking for my rib. There are characteristics that are compatible to your purpose. So have you missed a person that's right for you because you're over spiritualizing what can be practical if you would maturely assess it? Yeah, I know. I know how you do. Hey, I've had it, I've had it with the super deep folk. Oh, the Lord, it is amazing to me. All the persons or the women who have been so spiritual in attempting to approach me, who have said, well, the Lord showed me that I'm your husband. Brother, you're my husband. I'm your husband. This may be too transparent, but it comes at me often, through the course of a year. It can happen once a month, twice a month. Somebody's going to be in my inbox or get to me and say, "Oh, the Lord said that you're my husband." And in the conversation, it's amazing to me that, okay, as I'm assessing their character and their characteristics and that and that and that and all that, I'm assessing. I'm assessing because, hey, I'm interested. And all right, let's, dating doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out with a person. Dating is simply meaning collecting data about a person to see how far you're going to take it, because ultimately your end goal is marriage. But you shouldn't marry anyone that you haven't collected enough data on, so that it is the determining factor if they get to do a life sentence with you. Because marriage is supposed to be a life sentence. So while many of you have been deceived by the practice of dating, going out, and then it leading to intimacy and the various things, you're deriving pleasure from a person who's never going to be a partner. And God doesn't put problems together. God puts solutions together. God does not. So how can you be my wife when you actually become a problem for me? For instance, I'm in the ministry. So why would you come into my life and want me to be less of a minister to meet your wants, because it's not your need? We gotta go. See, this is stuff that we're gonna be talking about all month. Because some of you're on the verge because you're intoxicated with the pleasure for the moment. But the moment the pleasure creates an offspring, you're going to discover that the person that you're deriving the pleasure from cannot partner with you to maintain the offspring. And I'm not just talking about biological children. The offspring of your education, your profession. God, we got to get out of here. Come on here. And many of us have lived with regrets because of the consequence. But if you receive these truths, it's going to deliver your mind and your soul. And you're going to return to the seat of your greatness. And when you return to the seat of your greatness, you're going to become more attractive, because you're not going to be bitter. You're not going to be closed down. You're not going to shut your heart. You're going to open up, but you're going to move in wisdom, assessing before pleasuring. Well, that's it. All right. You need to join me at midnight. February is going to be crazy. It's Love Month, a month of love and romance. And we're going to make some investment. We're going to expose some truths. We're going to get free. Because guess what? Some of you, you ain't too old. You right now. You ready. But you had to know who was the right one for you versus looking for the one out of billions. No. What characteristics best complement your purpose, complements the will of God, complements who you are, complements. See, you have to have foresight that this person can also handle your evolution, because you are evolving. Y'all go ahead and go back to work and do what you got to do. All right, go on. But just who can they handle your evolution? Because who they're dating and pleasuring. Now, let me tell you something. There's no greater turnoff to your future self than someone who cannot appreciate when your tomorrow arrives. When you arrive in your tomorrow and they say, "No, why you got to work the many hours? Why you got to do this? And why? See, any person who is undersatisfied will always impede your satisfaction. And your satisfaction is also attached. Your satisfaction is attached to you fulfilling purpose. So if they hinder your ability to fulfill your purpose, what y'all doing here? Why are we still on here? Why are you still talking? Wait, the numbers are going up, the numbers are going down. Well, yeah, come on, but if they cannot, then they are sent, but it's possible they're certainly not sent by God, this character. Remember, Satan doesn't have any new tricks. He just has new faces. And what he offers to you after watching your life and even your attractions and your addictions, he sends to you problems to your future, presently dressed in your present attractions of biceps and fingertips and hips and lashes and much of what we talked about last night, which is a falsity. Here is the problem with today's pursuit of imagery. Image is everything. I get it. But in imaging, they're selling a false narrative, false message. They look well. They're appealing to your flesh, maybe appealing to your lower nature, that's your sexuality. But can they appeal and manage your evolution, your purpose? That's what you need. Have you ever looked at a couple and said, how did them two get together? They don't look like they belong together. But they look at the longevity and their happiness. They have connected in a deeper place. They connected where Adam and Eve connected, which was in spirit. They had become one flesh, which means they become one unit. So what affected one affected both of them, but they didn't discover it until there was a decision by one. See, when Eve made a decision, because she saw it, she desired it, she took it, she ate it. Then, number 5, she shared it. She shared it with Adam. Her decision to listen to that which was less than her, because she was to have dominion and authority over every creeping and crawling and standing creature. That was her decision, but her decision proved to have an impact on the unit. See, there must become there must become a meeting of not just hearts, but a meeting of mind and meeting of spirit. Because let me just say this to you: you're not going to be less called. You may just never be answered to effectively answer fully the call. God has called you to do X, Y, Z. God's called you to be a woman of God, man of God. God's called you apostle, prophet, evangelist. Whatever God has called you to do, will that be executed fully and effectively without the first ministry is marriage and family? Absolutely. But the first ministry before one gets married is the ministry to self. Love your neighbor as ye love yourself. If you are unwhole, then you're trying to hook up with someone to complete you, then you're going to find that you're going to deal with the consequences of both being incomplete. Two incompletes never make a whole. When God put Adam and Eve together, they were both whole. What are we talking about? What are we doing here? Are we all right? What time is it? All right. Listen, gotta go. Listen, you need to be a part. All I'm saying to you is this is a month of conversation that you do not want to miss, especially you. And I just keep hearing this. Stop saying you're too old. You're right now. You've been through enough life lessons that you should be able to speed date. And I'm not talking about that, change your, no. You should be able to hear lingo, language, behavior. All of that should be an indicator. Listen, as I was saying, there are all those spiritual, you, my husband, da. Well, my intuition and instincts kick in. So, hey, I may look at, and hey, I'm a person, I'm a man, I'm a man who's called to ministry. So there's nothing wrong with these eyes and none that. Listen, so I will, okay, all right, boom, 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 okay. But my instincts and intuition saying, she's not being absolutely honest. She's being appealing. She's got an end game. She has an agenda. That agenda is to get with me for various reasons, whether it's to share my light, to address her own insecurities. She wants to be a part of a winning team, a power couple, whatever. Then you have to deal with those who simply want you because they don't want someone else to have you. They don't want you. They just competing with another sister. So they say, I'm going after him too. All right. Hey there, prophet. I'm not embarrassing my son, am I? Son, am I talking too much? Because sometimes they've accused me of being too transparent. I've heard that from ministry gifts. They say, Cook, you're good at what you do, but you're too transparent. And hey, there's a ministry not only called transformation, but transformation would be more effective in the body of Christ if some of these ministry gifts, I believe, will answer the call to transparency. So there's some details I'm not sharing, but I'm sharing some experiences. I've been through it. Hey, I've been through it and failed in it. And it's cost me personally, cost my family, cost my ministry. It cost me. It cost me because I was trying to answer everybody else's call for me, want for me, people think that they should tell me who I should marry because I'm the pastor. Because they have an image of what a first lady looks like when I have an image of what my wife looks like. See, as a pastor, I'm the gift to the congregation, but to me, my wife is a gift. So are we done? All right. Yes. I'm just Elder Jones. Are you laughing? Is that because you're trying to tell me to get off the line? I know she'll be in my inbox and telling me, all right, time is up. She's a timekeeper. All right. Apostle Young, I know you're here somewhere. I saw you. This is Shepherd Mother of our congregational church. She's been with me. She helped me start the church. Apostle Young has been with me for years. Let me see what she's saying if she's still on it, because she will tell me, all right, up Pastor, you got to come on here. Lynette, am I embarrassing you? All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm just saying, so there's so many truths that set us back individually, and because we're part of the body of Christ, as a result, we hurt the overall cause of evangelism because the very people who should be the guardians of truth are lying. We're the guardians of his truth. Apostle Young, okay, y'all can go in and out. I'm gonna give you another just 12 minutes, 1 o'clock, and no more. If we're to be the guardians of truth, we're to be the guardians of truth. Come on, Apostle Young, prophet, come on, son. We're the guardians of truth. He has given to us the truth. We're to share the truth. Truth not only concerning his salvation, but his way, a life of difference and wholeness. If we fail at being transparent, then we're failing at the ministry of transforming lives, because we're telling lies by living. For instance, those who are married, but they only come together on Sunday, standing before the people, whether it's by the virtual experience or in person. Oh, they get up together and they hold hands, they give offerings together, they cheese it, but they're not riding to church together or riding home together because they're divided. And I'm not saying you have to ride, and I get the obligations. I think these may be different in time. I get that, but what I'm saying, sometimes there are people who are actually going home to separate rooms and separate lives. It's just beneficial for them at this point to stay together, because they would lose more if they separated. They actually have different lovers. Arrangement. This is in the pulpit. Liars, like I said to someone recently, you're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. And had my instincts and my intuition had not kicked in, I would have believed you. But my instincts, my intuition was telling me, don't believe the dress up. Don't believe the makeup. Don't believe the nails. Don't believe don't believe it. And sometimes for truth to be revealed, it takes time. And the guardians of the truth should be sharing the truth so that the present and next generation does not, as you used to say, Apostle Young, from the pit, there are many people in the ministry, in the church, whose lives are in the pit because the guardians of the truth have told lies, lived lies, told lies. So we're not transforming lives. So we push people. Listen, I got married, it was 19, 20, 21. I was very young, I was very young. Wasn't even fully developed as a man. I didn't really begin to mature in my manhood till I was like 28. But I got married like 19, 20, maybe latest 21. It was very early for me, very early. And I've always been a late bloomer. I got married to someone much older than myself because they told me I needed someone mature. And I married a daughter of a preacher and a pastor and all that. I did what they told, and they told me I needed to be married because I was a pastor. I did all that. Listen, Lynn, that marriage was over on the honeymoon. The marriage literally ended on the honeymoon, and some people don't have a problem with this. But we flew that Sunday morning to Paradise Island. Got married on that Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Boom, boom, reception, boom, bye, 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 bye. All right, we flew to Paradise Island in the Bahamas on that Sunday morning. Got settled in the hotel. I laid across the bed. I'll never forget. I laid across the bed, trying to find something to watch. I was going to take a shower, and then we was going to start have dinner that evening. Well, I get myself situated, take a shower, lay across the bed. She says, "Well, I'm going downstairs to explore to see what's going on." Well, I'm laying across the bed. I said, "Okay, she said, I'll be back in an hour and a half, something like that." So I said, "Make it an hour because we want to get the day going." And hey, and it's the honeymoon. We have abstained. Oh, sugar. We're going to get the goods going. She goes, I'm watching it, trying to get something on television. I doze off. One of the first times I heard the audible voice of God. God filled my head with his voice and said, "You're in trouble now." What? I sat up and said, "Oh my God." I mean, God's audible voice filled my head. Now, you who are prophetic, you understand God deals with us in his voice, and we need to explain that as guardians of the truth, how God speaks to us, impressions and thoughts. And, there are several ways by which when a prophet says, "And I heard God," we need to explore that and share that with him. Boom. He said, "You're in trouble now." I said, "What?" I sat on the edge of bed. It is scared to when you hear the voice of God to that level, it will freak you. It will scare you. It scared a brother. Do you hear me? It scared me. All right. Hour and a half has passed. 2 hours has passed. Where is this woman? I get up and go downstairs looking for her. Now, we apostolic and Pentecostal, we holiness. We the practice of Dharma. I go downstairs looking for this girl, this woman. And I find her, but she over there joined the party. She on the line, the Congo line, and then she going underneath the broom. And I'm the prophet of God. I'm a pastor and an evangelist at this time. I wasn't a prophet yet. The blood of Jesus. This woman, get over here, woman. She looks at me and says, "Excuse me, who are you talking to?" First of all, I'm your senior. I'm like 15 years older than you. She said, "We're here to enjoy ourselves. The church isn't here." And she said something right. She says, I'm the church. We the church. I'm going in. Two things she said to me that day that changed my life forever. And the marriage literally ended right there. It really did. I mean, we stayed together for the sake of image and so forth, because I can talk about it. I talk about it now. But even though we stayed together for a period of time for image, it still fell apart because it was never meant to be. And the reason that God said I had trouble is because it wasn't that I hadn't consulted God for the one. I hadn't discovered what the one out of the possibilities of millions would look like for me. Listen to what she says to me. I said, Sandra, we don't do this. Listen to what she says to me. Yes, she did, Monica. Monica. Yes, she did. She said to me, first of all, you're saved. I never claimed to be saved. I only married you to get out of my father's house. Came from a strict apostolic family. She used me through marriage to get out of her father's house. And now that she was free, she was going to live her life irregardless, irrespectively of my life. Yeah. And that was the beginning. And we went upstairs fighting. And let me tell you something. I'm being very honest. That was the time I was abstaining. I'm living righteous. I'm on that down. And we were there for an entire week. And the brother didn't get no cookies because she revealed, when I'm mad with you, so I'm in Paradise Island. Oh, lady said nothing. I'm Paradise Island, place of romance, ready to get it on. And I came back to New York more frustrated than when I left. People got, oh my God, he came back, he preaching. I was preaching through frustration, and the saints thought it was an anointing. James, get off my line. Where I see James, get off of my, I'm getting off of here now. That didn't get off. I shouldn't even be. Listen, if I don't be transparent any other time, this month is the month you might want to come in to my lives. A bishop said to me, prophet, you're in a season now where you're to convey wisdom. There's those who say I should write a book. I have a plan to write a book. But right now, I think some of you expect, especially this pandemic is either drawing people apart or it's drawing the wrong people together. It's either drawing the right people apart or it's drawing the wrong people together. So we'll have a conversation because some of you're emotionally imprisoned. Hey, I've been through all those phases. I think we should have this conversation. If you're mature enough to handle it, then I'm mature enough to discuss it. You understand? Because hey, like I had to eventually tell some people who threw me under the bus and said I was going to hell, wouldn't support me, wouldn't. I had people leave the church when she left me, and then when she divorced me, and all that. You understand? And because, and this is probably for many the first time you've even heard me talk at length about any of this, because I'm just overall, naturally as an introvert, I'm very private. And then secondly, I'm not just private, I just don't believe everybody needs to know your business, because Negroes hear it right and Negroes are going to tell it wrong based on their own inability to hear correctly or their desire to hurt you. People have, when you're in positions of notoriety and influence, somebody is always trying to hurt you. I often say behind every preacher's storm is another preacher. You didn't hear what I said. Behind every preacher's storm is usually another preacher. Some preacher who's competing, behind most of Paul's storms were religious leaders. Religious leaders were creating his storm. His storms were due to other preachers. So James, What preacher, honestly, where's James? I saw James here. James. So what preacher can you think, well, don't put no name out there, but let's pause for a moment. What preacher justified hurting you through the scriptures? The letter killeth, but the spirit maketh alive. See, my practice is, even if I know that a preacher is fallen, if I can't help him or her, I'm not going to hurt them. I'm not going to put my mouth on it, because, hey, God has a way of even using our failings to fall forward, to succeed forward. Many of what was my problems in the past and issues, actually, once I got through it, it helped me. It helped me to help you, Patrick, James. It helped me to help you. No, I am not condoning my sins or failings at all. I'm not at all. You understand? I have silently suffered knowing where I have failed. But I've also had to rise in spite of the fall, because my marching orders remain the same. We're off. My clock tells me it's been an hour and 2 minutes. Hey, join me tonight. This is February. This is just how it gets. It gets like this in February. Come on back, midnight to 12. All right. Some of you need to join the School of Ministry. New classes are coming on. I do Andre Cook School of Ministry on Saturdays. You need to join that. Hey, James, you need to be a part of the, let's have this conversation. I'll have you be a part, James, of the round table I'm getting ready to do. And we're going to talk honestly and openly. I did myself and Stanley Brown did once a real talk, real talk. Some of this stuff that's real talk isn't really real talk. It's not real talk, and it ain't really helping y'all. And maybe I may agree with some discussions shouldn't be so readily available to the public, because there are the unchurched, and I get that. But then there are some unchurched who are going to be the church, that maybe this truth will help them come on and be the church, because then there are those who actually deal in truth. If they're, listen, you don't have to, listen, I tells the truth on myself, especially when telling it is going to help others. Not somebody, but others. My life isn't destined to help just one person. My life is designed to help others. All right, we need a private. All right, Monica, thank you. I believe that, Monica. And somehow, you and your husband and I, I'm gonna put a team together. Let's see what we can do to formulate a private forum, because we are his light, but are we dim? Hey, Tammy, hey, you. All right. That's all I'm trying to do, Nikendra. We're really, that's my end game. My end goal, is to be a teacher. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's my end game. Is that my sis? Crystal, Crystal, what you doing, girl? Hey there, Lady Crystal, Lady Hill. Huh? So this is my truth. Hey, my brother's on here. What? I need to come on Fridays more, stay on a little longer. Maybe on Fridays, it'll be 1 hour. Pastor Ross, my brother. Hey, Ross, save that statement. Ross, that's going to be a subject matter. When it goes from real talk to empty Ross, I'm not going to steal that. Felicia, catch that. Ross just gave us a subject matter, and he's going to be a part of the round table, and he's going to discuss. Ross, wow, you just helped me. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to have talk real, and then it's empty. We just talk. Now, how do we put the pieces together to really help our young brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the faith, and our own children, not repeat the sins of the father, the sins of the mother. And I'm not just talking about smoking and drinking. I'm talking about, because we have some people who have been smoked, drank, adulterated, but their practices are still harmful. They're not teaching proper financial management. There's so much. Felicia, did you catch it? Jones, Nisha, catch this. You know, Vince, pastors, please, Pastor Rosso, don't forgive me for not put the handle on it. But Lisa's his sister. This is Lisa's brother. I gotta have him on the panel. We'll have this. Len, what do you think? And then I'm going to go off. Len, what do you think? Honestly, Len. Evangelist Monica says, absolutely. I agree with Evangelist Monica Davis, who says that we should have a private forum. I think, Monica, still there should be some public, because I think there'd be a level of public discussion, but I do, the solutions need to be discussed privately. But also, oh, y'all are on this. Time for true divine alignment. You're on it. See, great minds share alike. All right. Elder Epps, are you serious? All right. So, okay, we didn't put our foot in something. All right. So now you're gonna have a brother working again. There you go. Okay. All right. I see where we gotta go. All right. And for some of you, you usually see me on a little stolic. I ain't on nothing but water. What's in this cup is water. So don't think that, no. If I'm intoxicated with this particular subject matter, because my passion surrounding it is because it is where I've had to recover so many times, because I feel as if my destiny was hurt by the absence of absolute truth. And my journey towards truth didn't begin until I had to live with my pastor, who walked me through truth. The late Bishop William Albert Watson Jr., the pastor of the St. John's Baptist Church and the Free Will Baptist Church, simultaneously, Westbury, New York, Freeport, New York. For 8 years, almost 9 years, I lived in his home while traveling length and breadth of the country. And I would come home off the road and he'd be waiting for me, and would spend, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I would watch him preach and so forth, but the greatest impact of truth for me that began to change the trajectory of my life was when I would sit with him in those moments and he would share with me absolute truth. Not about ministry, because it's a person that does ministry. And until you get a handle of your person, you're going to hurt the ministry. And many people didn't understand our relationship because they thought he wasn't anointed for me, because I was this anointed prophet and man of deliverance, and he was a Baptist pastor. See, as I was saying about marriage, who compliments? Too many people sit well in the pulpit, or the first lady as the mannequin, the porcelain doll with the big hat and the outfits on, and she's sitting there. She looks the part. She even knows how to say the right prayer. She knows how to greet the women's department, But you can perceive she's an empty shell. She's doing what she's got to do for the sake of image and to keep the cheese coming. Come on, Len. Jesus said, do you want to be whole? He was saying, do you want the truth or what? Now, that's a whole nother discussion, Len. Come on, Tammy. It is always our person that keeps us from doing ministry. It's our person. That's the only thing that's going to hurt us, not even Satan. But what does Satan use? He uses your person. My journey is a result of decades of poisonous influence. Thank God I'm free. Wonderful. All right. Hey, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to say this. It's been awesome today because you're awesome. But may I invite you to sow into this Cash App, $12.21. You know what? I'm not going to put a limit on it. Based on your value of today's sharing and truth for 1 hour and 9 minutes. What do you think? What do you feel should be an adequate gift to make sure that this gift continues to be a gift? There it is on the bottom. The other means. But you should sow something liberal. Love you all. Miss you. See you tonight. Sunday, join me for the hour of inspiration, 9 a.m. to 10. All coming to you live from the home of the Charge Service, Life Chapel, Hollis, Queens, New York. 12 noon, midday charge. And then it's first Sunday, so 7 p.m. charge service. Remember, if it's not on your mind, it's not in your future. Elevate your mind and your feet will follow. And don't forget, you cannot live a positive life with a negative mind. God bless you. Remember, something good is getting ready to happen to you. Blessings to you, to you, to you, to you, and to you.
In case your situation has turned upside down and all that you've accomplished is now on the ground.
Come on, you don't have to stay. Everybody say it.
You don't have to stay in the shade that you're in. The potter wants to put you back together again. Oh, the potter wants to put you back together. You who are broken, stop by the heart, turn out. You who need mending, stop by the heart, turn out. Give him the fragments of your broken life, my friend. The potter wants to put you back together again. Oh, the potter wants to put you back together again.
Right in this moment, I want you to lift your hands and right here. Just worship. Come on. Give him glory. How many find joy in the potter's house? How many find love in the potter's house? Come on.
We give you glory.
Come on, everybody say it.
Joy in the potter's house.
Sing that again. Come on.
Joy in the potter's house.
How many find peace in the potter's house? Come on, say it.
Peace in the potter's house.
Sing that again. Come on, everybody say peace.
Peace in the potter's house.
How many find love? Come on, say it. We'll find it. Come on.
Love in the potter's house.
Sing it again. Yeah.
Love in the potter's house.
I need the salvation. Come on, everybody say salvation.
Salvation
The potter.
in the potter's house.
Yeah, salvation.
Salvation
Come on.
in the Potter's house, you'll find everything you need. In the Potter's house, you'll find everything you need. In the Potter's house, you'll find everything you need. Come on. In the Potter's house, you'll find everything you need. In the Potter's house, you'll find everything you need. In the Potter's house, one more time, you'll find everything you need. In the Potter's house, you'll find everything you need. In the Potter's house, the Potter wants to put you back together again. Oh, the Potter wants